We don't want to constantly be slamming food. And so the weekly fast is a habit to just also reset the GI tract. This GI tract is constantly being bombarded with food. So it's nice once in a while just to clean the tube out, not throw anything else in, just like allow poop to move through and get rid of some of that bloat and the heaviness in the digestive system. This is also important for good health. And so the weekly aspect of this is great. It's like just a pulse every single week where you can clean things up. Hey there, my friend, it's Dr. A from the Fit Father Project and the Fit Mother Project, and I want to welcome you to another episode here on the podcast where I specifically want to talk about the topic of the benefits of taking a 24-hour fast once a week. Now, I've been studying fasting for off and on 5-10 years and applying it in my life. And I originally started doing it as a bodybuilder because back when I was doing competitive bodybuilding, I found that fasting and intermittent fasting was such a great way to lose fat, to lean up my body, and to have a simple nutrition system where you could basically like skip breakfast, have a later meal number one, have a snack, have dinner, and like stop eating after dinner. And you lose body fat and you end up feeling very good and very energized. And then I started learning about some of the deeper medical benefits of fasting. What I mean by that is fasting's not just like a cosmetic thing to control calories and burn more fat. It increases insulin sensitivity. It raises growth hormone dramatically. It increases the growth of new brain cells. It reduces inflammation in the body. It induces this thing called autophagy, where your body cleans out cellular junk and turns over old damaged cells. So this is like amazing. And I know this year you're going to see a lot more people talking about the benefits of fasting. And I've done some episodes and stuff on the channels about this, but what I really want to do is make an argument why I believe doing something like a dinner to dinner 24-hour fast once a week could be one of the most powerful health habits for you to start doing this upcoming year. In fact, this is something that we have all of our Fit Father and Fit Mother program members do after the first 30 days on our program. So they get through the first 30 days to build habits. And in month number 2, the beginning of month 2, we have them start doing a 24-hour fast. So I want to talk about practically what this looks like and why this is such a cool thing to do for your body. Practically speaking, this means that one day per week, you pick a day where you're going to fast. And what that means is like, let's say you pick your fasting day to be Sunday. You will have dinner on Saturday. And then after dinner on Saturday, you stop eating and you're basically just going to drink non-caloric beverages, water, tea, maybe some black coffee until dinner on Sunday. That's it. You're eating every single day. It's just on Sunday, you're doing one meal a day. And that one meal might come around 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening, and you'll have a healthy meal with something like a perfect plate with some vegetables, some protein you love, some healthy carbs or healthy fats. But you have one healthy meal. That meal is probably going to be 500-600 calories. So this is such a strong and powerful tool if you're looking to lose weight because it helps you create a bigger calorie deficit throughout the week. And it also gives you these profound health benefits. One of my favorite benefits is it's such an easy way to improve your body's sensitivity to insulin. So we talk about insulin a little bit on some of these episodes. Insulin is this storage hormone that when we eat food, particularly carbohydrates and proteins, we have this organ right in the middle of our abdominal cavity called the pancreas that releases insulin to help get that sugar out and those amino acids out of the bloodstream that we just ate and shuttle them into cells. And it's okay for us to have carbohydrates in our diet as long as we're insulin sensitive, meaning insulin does its job very quickly. Our cells are able to interact with insulin properly and the blood sugar is cleared out. Nutrients get stored into the cells and then insulin's able to drop back down to baseline. Because when insulin's doing its thing, storing those calories and helping get all the food into our bodies, it's blunting fat burning acutely. So for the period of time that insulin's floating around, fat burning shut off because the body is effectively in this like store mode. Let's get these nutrients in. And that's a good thing. We need this benefit of both burning fat and also storing things. But the problem is when we're eating carbohydrates all the time, when we get unhealthy, we're not exercising and moving our bodies enough, and we become resistant to insulin, where insulin floats around for a long time. It takes more insulin to get the job done, and then our fat burning is quite blunted. Well, one of the beautiful things about fasting is you're not stimulating insulin for that entire period of time. So it does dramatically improve insulin sensitivity. And I think for long health, insulin sensitivity is one of the main markers we need to look at. It's like you want to improve insulin sensitivity through good sleep, lots of training, particularly strength training, and doing things like intermittent fasting and a low-carb diet at times. And the cool thing about doing fasting is it's kind of like carb cycling. You can have carbs throughout the week in the right portions, the right times, and then you get this fasting, which helps your body like get into this low-carb state, burn through some of the stored carbohydrate, improves insulin sensitivity. I love that. Super good. The growth hormone benefits, very, very powerful too. I'm going to actually look at some of this research here that I quoted in for here. So they had one study showing that adults fasted for 24 hours significantly increased levels of HDH on average of 1,300% in women and nearly 2,000% in men. As we age, human growth hormone is a very, very important thing. It helps rejuvenate all of our tissues and our cells. And growth hormone and insulin are kind of like on a seesaw relationship. When insulin's high, growth hormone's low. When insulin's low, growth hormone's high. So this is a benefit of incorporating fasting because you get this GH boost that happens naturally. You also build new brain cells. So as we get older and we want to really protect our memory and actually just keep our neurons and our brain healthy, fasting can be something that is absolutely good for that, right? It helps to make us, like a lot of people who experience fasting, particularly 24-hour fasts, they feel like they're more mentally clear and sharper. I certainly do. So that's a benefit. So maybe you want to do a 24-hour fast on one of your busy days of the week. Maybe Mondays are super busy for you. So you have dinner on Sunday and you just fast and drink green tea or water or black coffee or herbal tea or something like that until dinner on Monday. And then you have a very productive day. That's a very good way to do this. And I think that this is just a good health habit because for our bodies to be long and healthy over the long haul, what we want to do is we want to balance feeding with fasting. We want to have this feeding yang, fasting yin. We want to have this balance of these two forces in our bodies. We don't want to constantly be slamming food. And so the weekly fast is a habit to just also reset the GI tract. This GI tract is constantly being bombarded with food. So it's nice once in a while just to clean the tube out, not throw anything else in, just like allow poop to move through and get rid of some of that bloat and the heaviness in the digestive system. This is also important for good health. And so the weekly aspect of this is great. It's like just a pulse every single week where you can clean things up. And look, if the idea of 24-hour fasting seems scary for you at first, what I suggest you do is maybe just start to play around with fasting a little bit longer each day. So for example, let's say that you start having dinner around 5, 6 o'clock, have dinner a little earlier, stop eating after dinner, and push your breakfast back 1 to 2 hours. So if you stopped eating at 6 and then you had breakfast at like 8, you're close. You've done a pretty decent fast. And they're saying the health benefits of fasting can kick in as early as like 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours, let alone pushing to 24. So I think incorporating fasting is just a good intention that I hope for you and your family over this next year because it's a simple health habit. Now, I'd be remiss in saying that there aren't some contraindications to fasting. I would say people who have diabetes or are being managed for diabetes on medication, although it can help improve insulin sensitivity, you got to work with your doctor to make sure the fasting is right and correct for you. Because if you're fasting and taking medications that lower blood sugar, there could be problems. Anyone who is pregnant or breastfeeding should not be fasting. People who are taking medications that must be taken with food probably shouldn't be fasting, or you should work with your doctor specifically. Young children probably shouldn't be fasting. So obviously just keep these things in mind, these factors in terms of incorporating fasting. If you're someone who's overall healthy and you want to experiment with some of the benefits though, there's so much research out there on why fasting can be beneficial. And I think this is just a simple idea I want you to start thinking about this year. And of course, if you do choose to join our Fit Father or Fit Mother programs, we'll show you exactly how to do this. How to do daily fasting, how to do 24-hour fasts. And even this upcoming year, I'm going to invite you to actually join me on some deeper fasts. A few times per year, I do a 3-day fast because there's research showing that you fast for like 72 hours, your whole immune system starts to regenerate itself. You turn over all these damaged white blood cells. You get stem cell production. It's like very powerful when you get into these longer fasts. So there's a lot to this stuff. And this is just a simple health habit. I want to bring it to your awareness again. You've probably heard it, but this is just one more reason to start to pay attention to how you can use fasting this upcoming year. So thanks for being here, my friend. If you enjoy this, let us know in the comments. Write our team. If you want any help with your health and fitness, we're here for you. My team and I, we want to walk with you. We want to help you be the strongest, best version for yourself and your family because we're the FFP and FMP, and this is what we do. Thanks, my friend. Hope you enjoy this episode. I'll see you in future episodes, and I'll talk to you very soon.